Hey guys, I'm recording this from my laptop, and once again the lighting is crap, which is so annoying. Ugh. Actually, I just got a new camera for Christmas, so I should have used that. But I'm going to see if it's easy to load up a video from here, obviously saved on my laptop, to YouTube, because it takes ages. So this is a 19-month update now on migraine, vestibular migraines, and one of the major topics in this one is. I'll give you an update how I feel first of all. I have had a relapse in the last 2 weeks. I could have said it's to do with Prosecco and eating lots of chocolate, but then again it started really before the Christmas season. A lot of people in the London area have had it as well, and they think it's to do with the weather. It's quite humid at the moment in London, and it's really triggered everybody off. Everyone's feeling really dizzy. There's also a virus going around again, which has really affected. I think I've been hit by it because I've been feeling exhausted, dizzy, but I've had really bad ear pain, and I've been really good for 2 months. I haven't needed any dizzy medicine or anything like that, like Stemetel to take the edge off. 2 months, literally no dizzy meds, okay? And in the last week, I've needed it every day, okay? Christmas was a nightmare. It was so full on. I was dizzy, the lights were bright, there was so much noise, there was about 10 people in the room, kids, everything, talking, drinking, and it just got too much, and I had banging migraines the whole time. So one of my triggers is definitely Cava or Prosecco, anything bubbly, major trigger. Another thing is I think it's a viral thing, you know, and the weather, when it's humid, it kind of triggers it off as well. So it's really crap because I've been feeling really good for the 2 months, and then it really hit me, and I mean really hit me. I mean, walking out, everything's moving like this. And then if you stand still, you get a bit of a spin, like, whoa. And it's not a full-on vertigo spin. It's probably like half one. Everything just shifts really suddenly. And that's been really bad because it's the one thing you never want to get is like spinning out just before New Year's as well. So this is actually mainly about loneliness because in the time I've had this, I've basically been, you know, I tried to work through it for 6 months, but the rest of the year plus I've been working from home and resting at home. So I can't really go out to a club. Loud music is a trigger, too many people, and I'm really sociable. I mean, I'm 35, I've got a partner, I love him to bits, but we're not married, so we're not planning on kids yet. I want to travel and surf more, if anything. And it's so hard for me to be working from home because I've got a really silly sense of humour as well. So I like winding up my you know, my co-workers and stuff and having a laugh with them. So it's gone from, you know, being really sociable and having a laugh and Friday drinks and stuff to being housebound. I'm currently on an ironing board, which is my work desk, and a plastic chair, and it's a really dark living room. And it's depressing, gets you so down. The biggest issue is all my mates, their activities, they're all single, they haven't got kids. So all their activities, it's not like, do you want to meet for a nice chilled out lunch? It's like, yeah, let's go to a club, let's go drinking. And I can't do any of that. So I haven't lost my mates, but it's more like I can't do what they do. And because they don't understand this, and they see photos of me smiling, looking fine and looking healthy, they don't get what it's like and why I can't come out. And after a while of doing that, come on, 19 months turning people down, they're not going to keep inviting you out. You have to go out of your way when you get a good date to try and push yourself and go and do it. But it's so hard, it's lonely. And you want to meet a new group of people that are maybe more laid back and chilled out. But to do that, most of the groups to do it in is stuff like meetup groups in London, like Meetup or whatever, or Meet in the City, I can't remember now. But how am I meant to do that? Because if you're having a really bad day, you can't turn up every week. Or it's a museum. Okay, it's not alcohol or drinking, but it's a very intense experience on the train. It's busy, you're getting a bit spinny. So it's been so hard to have this and to meet new people, and it's lonely, it's so lonely. I'm so lucky I have a boyfriend. Even though I'm at home all day, pretty much, you know, I go out at lunchtime, go for a coffee and to get out of the house. If I didn't have him in the evening, I think I'd go mad. I'd be like, what's going on with my booth? I think I just, you know, I've been down anyway, but I think it would just send me over the top because I'd just be so lonely. So at the moment, what I'm doing is I'm really making an effort, even if I'm dizzy or feeling shit, to go out and meet friends, okay? Even if they're seeing a band, an acoustic night in a bar, I can do. Even if it's for 1 hour, get down there, 1 hour, feel like crap, have a drink, leave, okay? Because if you don't push yourself, they won't. They're never going to get it, no matter if you have a friend that understands this and constantly calls around for you once or twice a week asking how you are for the last 2 years. Well, that's a miracle. So you're so lucky to have that. But I haven't met anyone like that has got this support. Only support from a loved one if they're lucky. So I think that's the hardest thing, trying to find new friends, okay? You're not like at primary school anymore. You can say, do you want to play with a ball or play kiss chase? You're like, if you're my age, 35, most people are married with kids now. You can't really like, hey, do you want to come and hang out? It's different. You can't do that anymore. So what I did was I went on Facebook, okay, and there's a group called Migraine Associated Vertigo. Okay, now from that we found there were 6-7 people in London with it. So even though we're all dizzy at different times, we've agreed to meet up in 2 weeks, and they're going, hopefully from there we can start building relationships and start hanging out more, like 1 or 2 major days out a month. I just want to, it's hard, it's so fucking hard, because I'm thinking I want to, next year we're going to go travelling a bit more. But I really want to get back into surfing, and so I used to hang out with surfers. They're kind of quite chilled, mellow, a bit more spiritual, into nature, just a bit like me, a bit like more of a free spirit. Most of the ones I've met and hung out with over the years. And there's a group in London with about 1,000 surfers that go to Cornwall. But until I'm well, I can't do that. I can't imagine being in a car for 4 or 5 hours with them, even surfing when I get there. So my main aim next year is to try and get back into surfing and then join that group where it gets me out on a weekend. I get to go away to Cornwall or somewhere and I get to surf on my own pace, at my own pace. So that is my biggest New Year's resolution, is to get back into surfing and try one trip. But if you are really lonely now, you could always, obviously message me. And other than that, go on to the Migraine Vertigo, okay, Facebook group. That literally just type in you're feeling lonely or down. The amount of people that will write back and give you support, okay, that's the only support I've had really over the last 19 months. Other than my boyfriend, it's been that group, okay. My boyfriend doesn't understand what I'm going through all the time, but that group has been incredible. So definitely, if you're feeling down, if you're feeling really low, check out that group. Also, I've finally started to see a counsellor for anxiety, because since I've had this, everything's got worse. So definitely see your doctor. I had to push this because at first the doctor's like, oh, your nearest group is like an hour away. Well, great, that helps me. And it's a 6-month waiting list. So I was looking at basically council-run, places close to me. Sorry, I'm having a bad day and my words aren't great. I found a place close to me that was government run for counsellors, and I just called them directly rather than my doctor and said, are there any placements free? And they said, yes, we'll speak to your doctor and we'll get you on board. And within 2 months, I've got somebody now I speak to. So it's early days yet, but I'll let you know how that goes. But other than that, it's coming up to January. The living room at the moment it's coming up to midday, is literally dark and dingy. So I work from home. So next year I'm going to try and work in a local coffee shop near me in the afternoon, a couple of days a week, just to get out and be around people. Okay. So if you are on your own all day, definitely, I know it's hard, but if you don't try, you're never going to get anywhere. You'll be housebound for the rest of your life. Walk to the coffee shop. I'm sure there's a coffee shop across the road and you might get spinny or something like that. Just try and do it for half an hour. Go in there, have a coffee for half an hour and leave. And the weird thing is, even if you're not really talking to people around you, having everyone around you talking and that buzz really helps. And I think the biggest thing I've learned is actually watching the film Into the Wild, where the whole time he just wanted to be around nature and get away from people in the city, which in a way sounds like me. I just want to escape from London sometimes, just be on my own and surf on a beach somewhere. But at the end, he realised it was really, the connections he had with people that made his life worth living. And without it, it was nothing. it wasn't worthwhile, even though his family were screwed up. Everybody's is some, you know, to some extent. But I think the most important thing I took away from that is it's really important not to hibernate, not to feel sorry for myself, stay in the house and really try and build connections with friends. Even if they won't come to you, make the effort to come to them and make the effort to keep that relationship, okay? Unless they're really, you know, some people, I've heard horror stories about their friends think they're faking it, get rid of them. But if you have got a friendship and they can be a bit slack and not call you all the time or come around your house, I just advise to try and make an effort to go to them, okay? Because when you get older, it's very hard to keep those lifelong relationships you've got, okay? So you probably have to make more of an effort to go out and see them. I know it's messed up, but I'd rather make the effort to go and see them than be sat on my own for weeks on end. That's it, guys. God, that's like coming up 11 minutes. All right, bye.